Hello, my name is Kimberly, the Blissful Yogi. Welcome to my channel. On here, I'm going to be going over everything that is yoga, fitness, health and wellness related. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop it below. Also, if you like this video, remember to hit that subscribe button. And right now, today, we're going to go through a little bit of a 20-minute little stretch session, little practice focusing on our low back, our hip area. I know a lot of us suffer from low back pain, tightness, especially if you go to the gym or just doing active things in life or even just relaxing. Okay, so if you do suffer from that low back pain, this is a video for you. Grab some water, get yourself comfy on your mat, and we'll get started. Back, and everyone's all comfy, got some water, ready to go on their mat. Bring yourself into a seated position. Make sure that I can see your feet. Okay, so if you have really tight hips and lower back area, you can even start in a cross-legged position. Okay, if you want to get a little bit deeper into your stretch, then we bring our hands onto our knees, lean back slightly as we just point the toes, open up the feet slightly, get the toes a little bit of a point. And if you look down, we're trying to get the left heel in the groin, right heel in front, and the heels in alignment with the center body. Okay, if this is comfortable for you, stay right here. Nice, tall, beautiful spine. We're gonna bring the right hand right above the belly button. And we're gonna bring our left hand right over our heart. So we're just gonna take a few breaths, closing our eyes. We're gonna focus on calming the body, letting go of any other distraction that's going on within life. And we're gonna come into a little bit of breath work. So as we are sitting here, just feeling the connection between our hands onto our stomach and our heart area, we're gonna start to come into a slow but loud 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. So all together, we're nice and slow, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And exhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll do that 3 more times. Inhale through the nose. Extend that stomach away from that body for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Just feeling the body start to relax. We'll do 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more time, nice and slow, nice and loud. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, trying to continue to carry this breath throughout the rest of our practice. So the more that we breathe, the more it helps to calm our body and the more it helps to keep us in our present moment. Okay, so releasing those hands down towards the earth, we're going to guide those knees up together and make our way to our tabletop. So when we come into our tabletop, we want to be the knees right directly underneath the hips. You can have the toes tucked or untucked, whatever feels best for your knees. And we're trying to bring those hands directly underneath the shoulders. So we're going to do a little bit of breath work continued. Get a little bit of a release, a little bit of just letting go of those thoughts. So as we inhale, we're going to scooch that body all the way up, really arching the spine, gaze up, sit bones up. And then as we exhale, we start to round that spine as we tuck our pelvis and really push our shoulders and back up towards the sky. Inhale, arch that spine, gaze up, sit bones up. And as we exhale, rounding that spine, tuck the chin to the chest, tuck your pelvis, and really push through those hands. Last one, inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, bring it back to a neutral spine. We're going to tuck our toes now as we just kickstand the right knee open to the right side of our mat, kickstand the left knee to the left side of the mat. Then we'll untuck our toes so the big toes are touching as we slowly walk the body back so the sit bones connect to your heels. And then just walk the hands as forward as you can get them. If you're up here and you're really tight, that's totally fine. Just go as deep as your body will allow you. You never want to feel any pain, but you definitely want to feel that stretching sensation. So just get yourself as deep as you can into it. You can rest your chin if you have the flexibility today, or rest your forehead. But just take a couple breaths here. That 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. We're just going to hold it for 3 more full breaths. Okay, maybe bring awareness to how those hips and that low back is starting to feel, if it's feeling a little tighter, if it's feeling a little bit more of a relaxing motion or sensation as we are focusing on our breath. And then as we inhale, start to press the forearms down to the earth if we can, and then just hinging that body forward so we're high on the forearms and coming up onto those knees. Tucking our toes, and then slowly bring that right knee back in underneath the hip. Then bring the left knee back in underneath the hip. Pressing up to those hands as we just start to hinge the body forward nice and slow. Be mindful of the low back if you've had an injury. Just get as low as you can, whatever feels good. Trying to press the hips close to the earth. Taking a big full breath here. And then as we exhale, starting to send those hips all the way back, trying to connect the sit bones to your heels. And just press that forehead down one more time. Taking 2 big full breaths here. 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. And if it feels good, you can always feel free to pause the video and just hold this for a little bit longer if that's what you'd like. Otherwise, starting to inhale as we rise the body right back up to our hands. We're going to pull those hands a little bit further back, coming right back into alignment into our tabletop, so the hands are underneath the shoulders. From here, we're going to bring that right knee forward, so it's in between the hands now, and we give it just a little bit of an inch forward, and then start to walk the hips forward. We're going to drop into that right knee. So the right knee, the front knee, should be right over the ankle. And we're trying our best to get our back hip, our left hip, as low to the earth. You should start to feel that stretch in the front of the hip into your hip flexor, and also maybe a little bit into that low back. Just take a couple breaths here. And if you're feeling really tight, you can always feel free, grab some blocks. You can hold yourself up on your block. Taking one more big full breath, maybe press those hips down a little bit lower if that feels good. And then from here, we're going to leave the right foot exactly where it is, as we just bring the left hand a little bit further to the left, lean our weight into our left hand as we bring our right hand to our right knee, and just start to press it out as we roll onto the outside edge of the right foot. So just slowly press that knee as we drop our left hip even lower. Just be mindful. Like I said, you will never want to feel any pain, but you definitely want to feel that stretching sensation. And then starting to guide that right knee back to center. Bring the right hand back to the earth. As we start to walk the hands back, the hips will follow. And we're bringing that left hip right above the left knee. So if you see my leg, it has a little bit of a bend in it, the right leg. We want to bring our right hand underneath our right ankle. Just give it a baby lift to straighten our right leg. And then just imagine that you're pulling your belly button towards your right thigh. Try to fold yourself over as much as you can. And again, if you need your blocks for assistance, just grab your blocks and hold your body up. Just take another couple breaths here. You should feel that stretch into your hamstring and into the glute connection. So when our low back is really tight, it usually means that we have tight hamstrings, tight IT band, or tight glutes that lead to that lower back, or even tight hip flexors, the front of our hip. Of course, everything in that lower body is connected. So helping to release the surrounding areas will help to take pressure off that low back. Okay, as we inhale our next breath, starting to walk the hands forward slightly to take the pressure off the front leg as we bring that right knee right back beside the left. Untuck our toes if they're tucked as we slowly send the sit bones back to the heels and just walk those hands forward, taking a couple breaths into our child's pose. Bring awareness to how the low back might be feeling, or the hips and the glutes if they're feeling a little tight. And then as we inhale, start to rise ourselves right back up to the hands and knees, tucking our toes if that feels comfortable, or you can leave them untucked, whatever feels best. Maybe bringing the hands back a little bit closer so it's in alignment with the shoulders. Coming into that left side. So we're going to inhale as we bring that left foot forward. And again, kind of inch that left foot as far forward as we can. Grab your blocks if you needed them on the right side as we slowly walk the hands forward, starting to hinge into the hips, bringing that left knee right above the left ankle as we start to press the right hip down as low as we can go. Again, just hold it here, close the eyes if it feels good, just taking a couple breaths. Feeling that stretch in the front of the right hip into your hip flexor. Okay, we're going to get a little bit deeper into that left hip. So we're going to place that right hand down flat or use a block, whatever you need. And then we're going to bring our left hand to our left knee as we start to press that left knee open as we kind of come onto the outside edge, the pinky side of the left foot. And just press that left knee as open as you can as you press your right hip down as low as you can. Just hold it, take a couple breaths. As we inhale, start to bring that knee right back to center. As we bring the left hand back down to the earth, start to walk the hands back towards your right hip as the right hip goes right above the right knee. Left leg, if there's a slight bend in it, bring the left hand underneath your left ankle as you just give it a baby lift to straighten your left leg. And then just imagine that you're pulling your belly button towards your left thigh. So try not to just dump the weight over your left leg. Really try to pull the belly button towards the thigh because it forces you to untuck your pelvis and gets a deeper stretch into the low back, into the glutes, into your hamstring. Just hold it and take a couple breaths here. Okay, starting to walk the hands forward as we take the pressure off the front leg. As we bring that left knee back right beside the right. Untuck the toes if they are tucked as we send the sit bones right back into another child's pose. Again, you can either connect your forehead or your chin, whatever feels best. But just take a couple breaths here. Okay, as we inhale, bring yourself right back up into our table. We're going to make our way to our sit bones. So if you need to, bring those knees a little bit further forward, crisscross the ankles, and just bring yourself down to a seated position. We're going to come all the way down to our back. So we bring those knees together, soles of feet are on the earth, hands behind you, and just scooch the hips forward as you lower all the way down to your back. Okay, bring the knees up a little bit closer so the feet are hip width apart. We can bring those arms onto the earth into 90-degree angles into our cactus arms. And then we're going to rise the right leg up to the sky, opening up the hip as we point the right toe out to the right, and then start to bend that knee. So we bring our right foot onto our onto our left knee. We're going to bring the left hand. First of all, if you're really tight, you stay exactly where you are if you feel the stretch. If you want to get a little deeper, left hand comes up to grab your left thigh as you start to pull those legs a little closer towards your body, trying to keep both feet flexed here. And as we pull the legs closer to the body, try to press your lower back into your mat. It'll help you to get a little deeper into your stretch. You can close your eyes if you like. Just take a couple breaths. Let the body sink into your posture with every exhale. Okay, slowly releasing that left foot down to the earth. Release that right foot back down. Bring your left hand back up onto the earth into your cactus. And just give those knees just a little sway from side to side. A little bit of a release. A little bit of a massaging motion. Then we'll come into that opposite side. So bring your knees right back to center. As we inhale, bring that left leg all the way up towards the sky, opening up your hips. So we're pointing the left toe to the left and then bending into your knees. So we bring the left ankle on top of your right knee. Reach up with your right hand. First of all, again, if this is tight or stretching enough for you, if you're feeling pretty tight, stay exactly where you are. If you want to get a little deeper, right hand behind the right thigh, as you start to pull those legs close to the body. And again, as you pull the legs close, try to press your lower back down and just hold it and breathe. 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. And again, just a reminder that if you want to hold any of these stretches a little bit longer, just press that pause button, focus on your breath, and then when you're ready, just come back out of it and hit that restart. So slowly going to exhale as we release our right foot down to the earth, release that left foot down, right arm comes back onto the earth in a cactus, as we just give those knees that little sway from side to side. And just one more stretch that we're going to do today, and then we're all done with this session, this practice. So we're going to bring that both legs nice and long down our mat. We're going to bring the right knee right back up, so it's in a 90-degree angle. The right arm stays on the earth exactly where it is. We're going to bring that left hand onto the right knee as we slowly just guide it to the left as we roll onto the left hip. So really make sure that we don't dump our left or our right foot down. We want to keep our right foot as high as our knee, so the thigh is parallel to the earth, the calf muscle, the shin is parallel to the earth, and the foot is as high as your knee. We can bring our gaze to our right and really press your right shoulder and elbow into your mat as we just apply a little bit of pressure onto that knee. Just hold it here and take a couple breaths. Should feel this stretch right into your SI joint. A lot of us suffer from tight SI joint areas, and if it gets really tight in that area, then it often leads to sciatica. So if you have sciatica, this is a really good stretch for you as well. Okay, slowly bring that gaze back to center as we start to bring that right knee back to center. We're going to extend that right leg nice and long down our mat as we bring that left arm back up onto the earth in a cactus, and then start to guide that left knee up towards the chest so the leg is in a 90-degree angle with a foot flexed. Bring your right hand on the outside edge of the left knee as we slowly start to guide it to the right, just as far as your body will allow you. And again, that left thigh, trying to get it parallel to the earth, the shin parallel to the earth, and keeping our foot as high as our knee. Allowing the gaze to fall to the left. And just hold it here and breathe. 4-second inhale, 4-second exhale. Okay, bringing that gaze back to center as we slowly bring that knee back to center. Extending our left leg nice and long down on our mat. And just as we inhale, start to rise both arms right up above the head, pointing our toes, getting a nice big stretch in that body. And then as we exhale, start to bring the right knee up towards the chest, bring the left knee up towards the chest as we bring those arms up. Pulling those knees right up towards the chest. Give yourself a big, big hug. Thanking yourself for taking this time for your practice and for your body. And when you're ready, just bring those feet right back down towards the earth. Bring those hands either up to heart center to prayer, thumbs to your third eye, forehead, whatever feels best. And just taking a big full breath here. And then when you're ready, you can bring yourself all the way back up to seated. And I hope you lovelies have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Just have a great one.